Take a mini. Oh, is that the fishy game? You like that one, huh? Remember, I have your hot chocolate over here.
Don't take it.
Sorry. It's nice and it's not hot anymore.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Just a moment ago, the lights, the cameras, the action, all the pyrotechnics, everything was ablaze, everything was allowed here in Bank of America Stadium as Carolina emerged from their tunnel. And we are ready to go as the Panthers get set to match up with the Atlanta Falcons. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up, pow! Knocked him for a loss.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now it's Jackson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. He's got a man complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Brandon Cooks, 78 yards. And the Falcons on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Opening carry in the game for Cordero Patterson. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Play action, now it's Tua. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. They'll get 8, but they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive because that's not enough. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. On the return comes Cobb. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Jackson's throw there complete to Myers. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Escaping the pressure right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
And Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film, just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Steps away. That one caught by Tyreek Hill, and he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. So Tua making the completion there. What's different about playing a left-handed quarterback like him? And specifically, I guess, what is... And now following that last play, I do believe we're going to get a review here. Yes, indeed, the red flag is out.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up. We got to step it up. 45's the mic.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
SOS. Red, cycle. Bang, 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 bang. Check.
From midfield, here's Tua. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Now, these two teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, week 8 to be exact. And it was the visiting Panthers who came away with the victory in that one. So now they look to take the season series here at home in Charlotte.
It's a party now. It's a party now. Alert 3.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Got a man. It's Patterson, complete. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Brandon, this is going to be discussed, because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
They're going deep for Hill. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. .33 yards is the distance on the punt there, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They go play action with Jackson. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They hand this off to Harris. Oh, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. They'll run on 1st down. Patterson. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Tua. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. McCann's kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now Jackson. Open man, here is Cobb. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. picked off by A.J. Terrell. Well, his arm strength never an issue, but this one winds up in the wrong hands.
Oh, the coverage here is just terrific because when it's done really well, sometimes you can't distinguish whether it's the receiver or the defensive back the ball's intended for. He actually ran with him in perfect motion and able to make a big-time play.
Those are the types of runs they told us they want to see more of. Look, they'd love the 60 to 70-yard runs, but those 10 to 20-yarders, they can help you win a ball game.
And that means everyone's invested because you know the big guys up front. That's what they do. They try and move people. But when you get
to a hit and the ball is out. And I do believe the offense got this back. Goodness, they did. Their own 1-yard line is where they got it back, cutting it close here.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Tua, throw left side complete. That's Patterson. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
He's building, what's he building?
Slam, slam. Kill, kill. Kill, kill. Under 10, 10.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He finds his man, complete. It's Patterson. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done.
They were backed up to start the drive, but how about that aggressiveness? Firing it downfield right away. Nice job there getting out towards what would have been their normal starting position.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D. Check, 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 check.
Looking to pass. Tua. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Patterson. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Second and 10.
Watch 49. I'll get him. Get him. Hey, watch it. Watch it. Check 4. Check 4. Watch the eye.
Off of play action. Tagovailoa. And going deep for Hill. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And the Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Panthers have recovered. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
Right here. 49. 49's the mic. 49's the mic. Wild Bill. Wild Bill. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. On play action, here's Tua. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. And we got to get to the ball, D. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Now a leaping catch. He's got it. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
And he put enough leg into it, but it's well off to the right and no good. And this score will stay right where it is. The long-distance shot before break comes up empty, but now Charles flipped the script. Time for likely one more play as field position becomes an issue.
Yeah, when you talk about field position, remember, if this kick is missed, the ball comes back to where? The spot that they snapped it from. So field position becomes a factor. I think in this spot, you might also want to think about throwing the Hail Mary. You know, put the ball up in the air, and maybe you can get 6 out of it instead of 3.
Yeah, see what happens. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. And the half will begin with a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of...
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Jonathan Allen able to record his 5th sack of the season. A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17. Another try after the first down sack. Tua flush to his right. That's complete to Tony. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Tua going to throw. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10.
49. Let's go deep, tighten the ball. Let's go deep, tighten up. Back. Safe.
Going to the air. Tagovailoa. That's out to the flat for Edmonds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
You got nothing. Go pink. Green Jack. 49. Hey. Shift. He's coming.
Tua to throw again. He'll get this underneath to Edmonds. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
49 to Mike. Let's go, baby. We turn it over. Get that ball. 36. Check 3. Check you. Yellow. Mike's 49.
Two and now on first down. He'll swing that out to Edmonds. And he's going to get this inside the 30. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Game of Madden. I'm just finishing up a game of Madden with Kate. How was the store? Good?
Working with his 2nd and 4. They'll swing this complete out to Hill. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend. Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
2 once again here on 2nd and 10. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Let's go. Rashawn Gary has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Now here's the Panthers special teams unit to try a field goal for 3. This one from 35 yards away. McCann's kick up and good. And that'll bring him back within 4. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. So they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Don't say you're sorry. That's not kind.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson eluding the pressure right. And incomplete.
And the end result of that play, you're almost not sure what you really want because when he gets outside of the pocket, you actually hold your breath because you think he's going to run for big yardage. But when he chose to pull it down and throw it, and a play was made to knock it away, that's a pretty good end result. Not one you expected when the play began.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10.
Why is Lexi being mean? Why is she being mean?
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the fourth and final quarter of play. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
Let her
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 46-yard line.
Ready. 60 red. 60 red.
Shoot. I got you. 49. 49.
Blue strikes, man.
49. I'm coming.
You ordered for yourself?
Tua sets up to pass it. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Rashawn Gary in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Carolina.
What I got for you, Lex? Anything? Here.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Slips up past the 45 before being... Tackled.
I got
A.J. Terrell on the tackle. A gain of 12. First down, Atlanta.
Now a first down carry for Harris. Pushing his way through. And he's corralled but not before getting it inside the 35.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. The first down carry here for Johnson. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
They're running it. Like 28. Silver.
They go to Johnson again. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. To throw is Jackson. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
54 Mike. 54 Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. It's outfield. It's outfield.
Jackson.
I
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Panthers are right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call. In that situation, sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Escaping the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
49's the mic. Watch 49. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. Watch switch, watch switch.
Dragon 60.
Jack 31, Jack 31.
Street.
Mike, 49's the mic. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen, watch the screen.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. From flush to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Try and finish this one off. The Falcons in victory formation as they take a knee. So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
Down.
Yeah.
Did you want some? Did you have some? It was just on me.
You got your other feet up? No, don't go in mommy's room. Daddy, mommy, daddy. What?